Shout out to Corey Holcomb and the 5150 show. You know, I fucks with them heavy. Soon as they go live, I'm tapped in. But yeah, yeah. He said what needed to be said about this bozo. Let's just get into it.
Somebody say Charles Barkley wife.
I ain't never seen that.
Can you get a picture of Charles Barkley wife up there? That bitch, she looked like one of them Beavis and Butthead characters, I think.
I ain't never seen him. Why? He don't look like he. What's got a wife? Stephen A. Smith?
I don't know. Hey, I heard that the nigga has some type of challenge.
Who? Steven?
Yeah.
Challenge.
Hold on. I'm about to
Man,
call.
did you see that nigga defending Jerry Jones?
Who?
Jerry Jones.
You talking about Stephen A. bitch ass?
Yeah. That nigga was defending Jerry Jones with the racist photo and shit.
Well, this is what you have to understand. Stephen A. Smith, hey, I know it's late out there, but yo, hey, Luther, I got you on speakerphone. What happened with the Stephen A. Smith shit? He said what?
He was on today. He said, so all you guys have so much to say. And on your podcast, that's okay. I got my own podcast. And I'm gonna address it. I stand by what I said. And he says about a man standing in the crowd at 14. He says, and I don't recommend white people to listen to me on Wednesday on my podcast because it's gonna be black on black.
He don't recommend white people to listen to what?
His podcast on Wednesday because it's gonna be black on black.
His podcast Wednesday gonna be black on back. Okay, so let me tear his ass up. Let me tear him up, Luke. I knew it was something like that. I just wanted to make sure I heard you say it. Let me speak on it.
He said it this morning on ESPN this morning.
Right. He said that he gonna fire back at everybody talking about him for taking up for racist Jerry Jones, the Cowboys football team guy.
First of all, at 14 years old, if you are in that crowd, it's because you with that crowd.
All day. We already know if you in that crowd, you with that crowd, just like you say, Luther.
Exactly.
So let me get in his ass. I'm gonna hit you tomorrow.
All right.
I want America to know this about Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith has a very unique job. He is the voice of the racist corporate world at ESPN. They pay him well to say and speak in the racist voice. That's why he laughs at us. Nothing happens to Stephen A. Smith when he disrespects black people. He does not get in trouble for this. Have you noticed this? This is the same people that wanted Kyrie to apologize who employ Stephen A. Smith. I don't think there's never been a time in history where a man can say so much negative things about black people and take up for people like Jerry Jones, and there is no repercussions for what he do. This Stephen A. Smith's presence in the world is proof as black people, we don't really have a militia or people who ride for us. I bet Stephen A. Smith has not been approached about anything he's done to discredit and shame black people as he does such a well job of on ESPN, because ESPN is egging him on to do it. Charles Barkley is being egged on to talk about black people. He married somebody white and he bragged on his daughter marrying somebody white. I'm not saying just because he married somebody white, he's a racist, but Charles Barkley is a self-hating motherfucker. Shaq has proven himself to be someone who has bought into this corporate game where they have made sure Shaq understands you have to say and discredit and bring encouraging thoughts about certain black people on television. They won't get fired for this. This is how they do. That's why they do it. Their Caucasian boss tell them, listen, we need you to talk about Kyrie. We need you to take up for Jerry Jones. He was young at the time. Okay, boss, I'm going to go say something good. Don't worry about it. I'm going to put it together. And he went on there and he took up for Jerry Jones. We can look at Jerry Jones. We know when Jerry Jones had a problem with his players kneeling, and he said, he threatened them not to kneel. You know what I'm saying? That's a racist. That's a racist. And people are scared to call them for who they are because, you know what I'm saying? There's repercussions for that.
Do you think that they genuinely feel these what they're saying, or they just move by money that much that they willing to?
They move by money, but listen, this is the thing about bitch ass Stephen A. Stephen A wants to be accepted by black people. See, he got money from ESPN, but he wants to floss around us. We should never have any type of party, gathering, hangout spot where we are around a Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith should be uncomfortable around black people.
Boom, right there. Important. He should definitely be uncomfortable around black people. When he get around black people, somebody should punch him in the face. Real shit. Let's keep it going.
Because he talks about black people. Wait, listen, man. I ain't seen nothing wrong with Kaepernick or Kyrie where they need to get talked about the way he talked about them.
Yeah.
But Jerry Jones, here's a man in a mob. That's a mob that Jerry Jones was standing in. And he took up for him.
Yeah.
He should be afraid to be around black people after that. But we don't have an organization or a leader that's in power that will guide us the right way. I don't know why people don't see that, because I always catch people saying, what black people need to do. Listen, man, black people are captured people that are in this land, and they have written laws and hired law enforcement and other things that happen in courthouses that justify everything done that's wrong to black people. And Stephen A. Smith gets to ride that surfboard by talking about black people because his Caucasian bosses have given him the okay to do so.
Well, the thing is, we do a lot of things in uniform. You know what I'm saying? Like certain shit, especially when it comes to entertainment. You know what I mean? Like the Wakanda Forever movie, black people moved in uniform. Damn every nigga you know doesn't watch that when they watch that movie. So we got to figure out a way that we can influence that people. We got to do it in a way of entertainment, I guess. Fuck you, Corey. You always
You didn't have nothing else to say.
Yeah, I did, nigga.
I'm listening.
We got to figure out a way.
We got to do it in the form of entertainment. What? What the fuck are you talking about? I'm fucking with you, man.
Fuck you, man.
Ain't nothing we can do, Marcus. We captured. The only thing we can do is overthrow the oppressor. If you're not finna do that, if you want to try to exist in a system that's set up for you not to exist in, you're going to keep chasing your tail. If you don't overthrow the motherfuckers, look, let me remind you, we were captured. There were black people here when motherfuckers landed here and murdered and raped and robbed damn near everybody. What they said was, the black ones, they are strong. They resist a lot of shit. Let's go over to Africa, steal them, and make them build America for us. Caucasian people are rich because of slavery directly. We literally built America for free. And we've never done nothing to overthrow them. So if you think voting any sucker shit is going to get you justice in America, you wrong. The only thing that gets you justice is some money and a couple of connections and shit. But everybody who try to fit into the system, I'm sorry, you a sucker. You believe in something that will never be true. Your vote don't mean nothing. You a fool, really. It's just when you say fool, people look at it as a
Facts. Heavy on the vote means nothing. Heavy on your vote means nothing. They do this shit to y'all every 2 to 4 years, every trip. Y'all ain't get shit for y'all votes yet. Y'all still want to keep running to the polls. You're a fool. Fuck out of here.
bad word. A fool is a motherfucker who don't know. You're a fool. There's nothing they're going to allow you to do where you have the independence and infrastructure to build something that you're in control of. If it's in America, they in control of it. They, the people that went and stole us from our homeland.
Shit, we can end it right there. I think he said enough. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. That way you get your notifications and you never get caught slipping.